We transform.
A good evening to you, our lovely viewers. It's another Sunday evening here on BTM TV. We are watching Tourism in Uganda show, and it's your host Leona Naturinda. And today we are going to southwestern Uganda. We are going to the second deepest lake in Africa. I'm sure we all know that Lake Bunyonyi. You know, when we were in primary, we used to have very many lessons about Lake Bunyonyi, and this time around we are bringing it at the comfort of your living room. So have you heard very many things about Lake Bunyonyi? You've heard myths, and this time around we are going to know the facts about Lake Bunyonyi. How was it formed? Where did it come from? How did it happen to be in existence? How many islands does it have? All the different things you want to know about Lake Bunyonyi, we are going to have you sorted. We are being actually joined by one of the tour guides from Hawk's Eye, Bunyonyi, and he is going to give us a brief history about Lake Bunyonyi, and from there we shall be back and continue to learn more about Lake Bunyonyi.
Hello everyone, my name is Mhumza Ambrose. I'm here in Kabale. Behind me is Lake Bunyonyi, but I'm a site guide of Hawk's Eye Lodge, still a driver of the lodge. I'm glad to meet you here, so please thank you so much. So you want to know something about this place. This is southwestern Uganda, Kabale, and behind me is a beautiful lake called Lake Bunyonyi. So you are welcome to the place. I will tell you something about the lake. Lake Bunyonyi is a lava-dammed lake that was formed around 10,000 years ago, when there was eruption of Mount Muhabura. When it was erupting, there was one river that was crossing from Rwanda. It was called the River Rugoma. The river was crossing the place. Formerly it was a swamp, but later there was one outlet in the side of Muko. Then this outlet was blocked by eruption, by the lava. And then the water had to reverse back. Then the lake was occupied. That happened around 10,000 years ago. The lake is so beautiful, as you can see the waters, because this is a beautiful lake we have here in Uganda. At the same time, it's the deepest lake. On the shores of the lake is around 40 meters deep in the shores. Then when you cruise to the middle of the lake, it becomes 900 meters deep. So the lake is very deep, but still very safe. This is the safest lake we have here in Uganda. The reason is the lake is sandwiched, in the hills, so it is protected by the waves, by the wind, which can cause waves on the water. So we have very less accidents here on the waters. So the lake is very good for transport. At the same time, it is very good for swimming. Yeah, the lake is very good for swimming because it has no big animals. You don't have to worry about the animals, the marine animals, like the crocodiles and the hippos. The lake has no hippos and the crocodiles. Even it is free from bilharzia. It has no water snails that can lead to bilharzia. So in case you love swimming, this could be your perfect place for you. So please always welcome to the place in case you want to do swimming at the lake. Lake Bunyonyi, it is good for all the time. In case you love visiting Bunyonyi, you can come in January, you can come in December or in the middle of the year. But the best time of visiting Lake Bunyonyi is in July, the months of June, July and August. That's because the weather is very clear. It is during dry season. It has blue sky. That's why you can see even beyond the hills, you can see the Virunga Mountains. So the weather is very clear. It would be perfect if you come to visit Lake Bunyonyi around July, August, and even June. Lake Bunyonyi, it is a Ruchiga word that means little birds. Bunyonyi means little birds. It is a Ruchiga word meaning little birds. So this is a home of very many little birds. And the little birds are, we have some species of birds which call Bunyonyi their habitat. We have the masked weavers, we have the village weavers, we have the sandbirds, all of the species of sandbirds. Even it is a home of grey-crowned crane. So this is a home of very many birds. So you can do very many activities around the lake. One, birding. In case you like birding, this could be the best place for you. It is a bird's heaven since it is a home of many little birds. You can see the water. It has some boats. I don't know if you can see some of the boats. You can do a boat cruise on the lake. You can as well do canoeing. We have these smaller boats called the canoes. They are made from big trees, especially eucalyptus trees. So you get a grown-up tree, you cut a log, and then you dig on that log and make a dugout canoe. So I would love you doing a dugout canoe, canoeing on the lake, which could be one of the enjoyable activities here on the lake. We have other activities. Fishing is done here, but not common. Reason, the lake has no tilapia fish. It only has miller carp, it has mudfish, and the crayfish. Actually, this is the only lake with crayfish here in Uganda. So fishing is rarely done because of no tilapia, but the major economic activity that is done on the lake, it is tourism. And you can see cruising, canoeing, bird watching, and around the lake, because we are in the hills, you can as well do hiking, like the mountain, rather the hill in my background is Mugabe Hill, the Chabahinga Hill. So you can do as well hiking, and you can as well do another hiking on this opposite hill called the Mugabe Hill. So those are the activities that you can see, that you can do on the lake. Fish, like the tilapia fish, was introduced in the late 1930s, but fish couldn't survive here due to the shallowing of the water is very deep. This lake is very deep, around 900 meters deep, so it is very hard for the tilapia to breed in the waters, and at the end, fish had to die. So the tilapia fish that was introduced around the 1930s, by late 1960s, there was no fish on the lake, the tilapia fish.
You are welcome back from that video from Mr. Muhumza Ambrose. I hope you learned something about Lake Bunyonyi. And you know, for a record, we've had Southwestern being one of the coldest places. By the way, it was even called the sweetest land of Africa because of its climate. So are you wondering what you need when you're going to visit Lake Bunyonyi? Because it's a place you would want to be. When you are there, I promise you, you will want to be there. You may even think you're going for a week and end up spending a month because of its beautiful scenery and the climate and everything. So if you're wondering about what to pack when you're going for your trip to Bunyonyi, Mr. Muhumza is going to give you a whole package of what you need to know when you're going to visit Bunyonyi. And please take time off and visit Bunyonyi. It's a very, very beautiful place.
When you plan your visit to Lake Bunyonyi and the whole of southwestern Uganda, please, you need to pack a lot of jackets and sweaters. The reason is the place is cold. The place is really very cold. Not much cold for us who are used of the place, but for you who are very new in the place, you will need the sweaters and the jackets. The average temperature of the place, it is always between 11 degrees and to 25, but it doesn't reach 30 degrees Celsius. So you need like the sweaters, you need the jackets, and very strong shoes in case it rains, so you'll have to walk in mud. So sometimes you'll need the strong shoes, you'll need the jackets and the jumpers to keep you warm. The place is really very safe. For example, we have never been attacked by like animals, though however much we are close to Bwindi, but Bwindi has no very dangerous animals, only the mountain gorillas, and you know they are friendly to people. The place is really very, very safe, free from any kind of animals, dangerous animals. Only it is a home of little birds, and you know little birds are not really dangerous. So the place is very safe, especially it is with people who are hospitable, the Bachiga. They are welcoming people. When you visit a Muchiga's home, expect a cup of porridge. That is a welcome juice for the Muchiga home. So the place is really very safe for everyone. Lake Bunyonyi is actually dotted with very many islands. That is 29 islands in total. But we have the major islands and which islands with a unique history about it. For example, you need to visit the Punishment Island. That is Hakampeni Island. That island is in the middle of the lake, very tiny with only 2 trees on the island. That is where the Bachiga use it to dump the girls who would get pregnant before marriage. And there is a reason why they would do that. Because the marriage would be valued with the bride price. So in case a girl would become pregnant before marriage, she would be dumped on that island, the Akampene in Luchiga, or Punishment Island in English. So the girl would be dumped on that island to die either by hunger, because no food on the island, or she tries to swim to the mainland, she'll drown before crossing. Because by then, little girls knew, or little people knew how to swim the waters. But now when the missionaries came, they preached against that practice. The Bachiga stopped it. By late 1960s, they had stopped the practice. But you have that history about the island, and the island that is worth your visit. We have other islands like the Bugama Island, which is the largest island. That is where the Leonard Sharp, he was a missionary from England. He came and treated the leprosy people from that island. So that is the island. It has a government hospital, it has a church, primary school, and a secondary school. I would love you visiting that island as well. That is the largest island on the lake, Bugama Island. We also have the animal island. We call it Chahuje. That island has animals. It has zebras, it has the waterbucks, it has the cobs, and the crested crane. Those animals were got from Lake Mburo, and now they settle on the island. I would love you visiting the island as well. And we have other islands that will make you visit to Lake Bunyonyi, one of the amazing ones. For accommodation, in case you decide to visit Lake Bunyonyi, be assured of where to sleep, and in a comfortable and a luxurious way, in case you plan to visit around. For example, we have very many facilities, hotels, lodges, and one of the best lodges around is Hawk's Eye Lodge. Hawk's Eye Lodge, it is at elevation that will give you a good view of the lake. In case you want to see the lake from a distance, you need to visit and have your stay at the Hawk's Eye Lodge. We have flexible rates. It has flexible rates for singles, doubles. In case you have a family of 5 still, you can have a family cottage. They have luxury tents and other rooms that are really very equipped with hot showers, with the showers, the toilets inside. Everything is really catered for. And in case you come with your children, they have a playground for children and a lot of facilities that the children can use to make their play interesting. They have the hammocks, the giant hammocks. They have the swinging beds, the resting bags. I think they will like the place. Yeah, that is one of the best hotels around, Hawk's Eye Lodge. Hawk's Eye Lodge, the word hawks, it means that is an eagle. Hawk, it is African harrier hawk. That place formerly, it used to be the home of the hawks. Those are the birds, the eagles. And when the proprietors wanted to start up the lodge, they had to take the name of those birds. So they have trees. Those trees were the home of the African harrier hawk. So that's why they named that lodge Hawk's Eye Lodge. All right, thank you. The safety on the water, it is guaranteed. One, the lake is sandwiched in the hills. It is protected from the stronger waves that can turn down your canoe or your boat. That is one of the assurance. So there are no big waves on the water that can cause the accidents. Another thing, we have life jackets. We have life jackets in the boats and the canoe. So before you start your canoe, we have to first dress you with a life jacket, and then you start paddling around. Then you cross, in case you want to cross to the island, in case you want to do a cruising around the lake, you can do that. So we have the life jackets, and still be assured that there are no waves that can turn down your canoe or your boat.
Meaning we don't have divers?
We don't have. Anyway, the lake is again free from big animals that are, like I told you. There are no hippos, no crocodiles. So you can dive still in water if you're good at diving in water, or you can still swim and then get back to your canoe. So because you are assured of no animals, no bilharzia, so real security here is really very guaranteed. Yeah. I'm encouraging everyone to come and visit Lake Bunyonyi. It is the most beautiful lake in Uganda. Reason, in the morning the lake is very calm and it looks like a grass. The water looks like a grass because no disturbances. That's why it is the most beautiful lake in Uganda. And another thing, the terraces of the hills in the Kigezi makes it so amazing that will make you like the place. Another thing, this is the Switzerland of Africa. Yeah, this is the Switzerland of Africa because of the climate, because of the plants, and because of the beautiful people, the Bachiga. You really like the place, so I encourage everyone to come and visit Lake Bunyonyi, do a cruising. The lake is 25 kilometers long. It is around 25 kilometers long, and the width is the width is around 7 kilometers. So it is not big. You can cruise the whole of it, or you can do canoeing like the whole of it. So I encourage you to come and visit the place. Thank you so much.
So I hope you have prepared your suitcases with everything. Mr. Ambrose told us, do not forget sweaters, to be specific, sweaters, because Kigezi can get cold and you may forget that you are in Uganda. You may feel it's winter just that you do not see it. Anyways, continuing, we are going to look at one of the places. You know, when we talk about Western Uganda, some people that have not been there will think you're going to sleep maybe in bushes or something. We have 5-star hotels in Kigezi, specifically around Bunyonyi, it being a tourist site. We have very, very nice accommodation sites. So now, to be specific, we're going to go to Hawk's Eye Bunyonyi. It's one of the most beautiful places. You will have a very, very nice overview of Lake Bunyonyi. You will see the different islands. It gives you a very beautiful view. So now you are going to maybe think, I have children and they will not get where to play from. Probably they are not going to have fun. I promise you, Hawk's Eye covers everyone. If you want to have coffee, if you want a quiet place, if you want to have time for the children to play, everything is fully covered. And not to forget our local porridge. When we talk about Kigezi, everyone is going to know about Bushera and Tudire. This is their local porridge that every Muchiga will give you when you visit them. It's their juice. So when you are here thinking about the different sodas and all that, Bachiga are going to give you Entudire. The moment you will taste it, you will abandon all the other soft drinks you take, all the other drinks, and you will take Entudire. Let Mr. Ambrose take us through Hawk's Eye and later on show you what we mean by Entudire.
Yeah, we are now here on Lake Bunyonyi. We are doing canoeing. We've decided to cross to the mainland from the landing site. This is the main landing site where you're seeing with the boats and the canoes. Now it is a market day. It is always happening on Monday and Friday. So today being a Friday, that's why we have this market. So we are crossing to the mainland so that we can have a great view of it. And of course, I'm crossing with my younger boy in red, paddling around, and my man on the camera, of course, with my cup of porridge. That is entulire. That is the local brew for the bachiga. This is the secret why the bachiga are very strong. You believe that? We are very strong because of this secret. This is the local brew, entulire. It is in the Luchiga word. Entulire means the porridge when you add honey. I will explain the entulire, the process of it, and you'll know about it when we cross over there. Thank you so much. Bunyonyi, it is a Luchiga word, meaning very many little birds. The shores of the lake has vegetation, and the vegetation is the home of very many birds. And of course, being in the hills, when you go over the lake, maybe using an aeroplane or something like a jet, the shape of it looks like a bird. It has two wings. It has one wing and the left wing, so meaning it looks like a bird. And majorly it is favorable for canoeing. The reason is, I think you can see some of the canoes, people are crossing from the mainland, now they are going to the market. They are not afraid of the wave. The reason, the lake is sandwiched in the hills. It is protected. There are no waves. The lake is so calm. The waters are so calm, as you can see. You can't see waves here. The water is so calm. So that's why it is favorable for canoeing. Bunyonyi was formed 10,000 years ago. That is when there was eruption of the Virunga Mountains. There was one river that was crossing. This place was formerly a swamp. So when the river was crossing, and by the time when eruption happened, the river had to be blocked from the other side of Muko. So when it was blocked, river had to flow back now. Finally, the water occupied the valley, and here we are, we have a lake. That is about 10,000 years ago. They call it the Switzerland of Africa. The reason, the place is really very conducive. I mean, the climate, when you come here, it is really conducive. It is not hot, it is not too cold. So it is around there, around 21 degrees Celsius. And the vegetation is really so beautiful. The birds around are so beautiful. Even in case you like birding, they have very beautiful birds. When you look at the hills, you may think it is the design of the hills, but really it is not the design. Those are the strong bachiga, the hard-working bachiga, who try to make the steps in order to reduce the running water from taking their soil. And at the end of the day, the hills become decollected in that way. So it becomes so beautiful, and that's why clients give it, a really great view, a great review. And many of them want to visit the place in case when they take pictures and reach home, we see very many coming to visit because of the pictures really they have been shared by their friends who have visited the place. Apart from this canoeing, you can as well do boat cruise. You see engine boats, you can do a boat cruise. Because the lake is big, with a canoe you might not really cruise the whole of it. You need an engine boat sometimes. Because the lake is around 25 kilometers long. And again, it is around 7 kilometers when you look at the width of it. So it means you need a boat in case you want to cruise the whole of it. You might need an engine boat. And that's the boat cruise, which will be so beautiful as you meet the beautiful birds, as you cruise the beautiful waters of Lake Bunyonyi and the most calm lake. Another thing, you can as well do swimming. As you can see, we are touching in water. We are not scared of any animal. The lake has no animals like the crocodiles. There are no hippos. You know, it is not connected anyway with River Nile, so it has no Nile crocodiles. It has no hippos. Even it is free from water snails, the bilharzia. So no worries about suffering from bilharzia. So you can as well do swimming. So swimming can be done as well in the lake. But be cautioned that the lake is the deepest lake in Uganda. This is the deepest lake. So you need to know that. So if you don't have the skills of swimming, you might need a swimming guide, or you will swim with the aids. We encourage you to swim with the aids, swimming aids, or the swimming guide to help you swim the lake. Because the center of it is 900 meters deep when you cruise to the center. But now, because we are around the shores, it is around 40 meters deep.
So I hope we are still enjoying Mr. Ambrose as he is taking us through Lake Bunyonyi and teaching us different things about the southwestern region, specifically Kigezi region. So we are singing today and we must be wondering, how is it made? What is it made of? So Mr. Ambrose is going to take us on this whole journey. And let's first have a flashback. We have known the Bachiga from the Kigezi region, and for our record, these are the most hard-working people. And you know, the amazing thing about Bunyonyi that we saw were young boys that were canoeing. A 9-year-old boy getting a boat by himself, canoe like it's a normal thing. Just the same way we see young boys riding bicycles, for them they will canoe, simply not afraid of anything. There are very many beautiful things you can see when you get to Lake Bunyonyi. And later on, you may wonder if you're only going to watch things and not experience. You know, tourism is about experience. We have different activities we do around Lake Bunyonyi. Let's talk about zip lining on water. Let's talk about canoeing. We're not talking about these fancy ships who will go to these fancy boats. We mean getting onto that wooden boat. And you know, you will canoe and do it yourself. All that is part of the experience at Lake Bunyonyi, and it's a place you are supposed to visit. You want to know about accommodation? Hawk's Eye is going to have you sorted every single thing you need: the tour guide, the 5-star kind of accommodation, the very, very beautiful meals. Hawk's Eye is going to get you covered. We are going to get back to Mr. Ambrose as he takes us through each and everything about how we are going to make Enturi and about the different activities we have at Lake Bunyonyi.
Oh yeah, so welcome to this place now. We have been here canoeing from the other landing site that is called Lutinda landing site. It is the main landing site on Lake Bunyonyi, Lutinda landing site. You can see people are very many. The boats are many today. Even canoes are they are crossing to the site. It means today is a market day. It always happens on Friday, as I told you, and on Mondays. So I've been canoeing with my little boy here, and I came along with a cup of a local brew. I was taking on it. So this is called Entulire. This is the local brew for the Bachiga people. The Bachiga people grow a sorghum, a cereal crop called sorghum. This cereal crop, when it is ready, it takes around 4 4 months to 5 months. So when it is ready, when the sorghum is ready, you just harvest sorghum, you dip it in water. After dipping the red sorghum in water, then you let it germinate. You remove the sorghum, then it germinates. After germinating for 3 days, you kill the shoot, and then you dry it. After drying it, now you go and grind, get flour or sorghum powder from that germinated sorghum. Then after getting the powder, now you make porridge. You boil your water. After boiling water, you bring the sorghum powder, the sorghum flour, then you stir and make this porridge. Then this porridge will take like 4 days or 3 days, 4 to 3 days. Sometimes you can add it and they become 5 according to how strong you want it to be. So when it is strong, around 4 days, you come with your honey. You get honey, then you put honey in that porridge that has taken 3 days or 4 days. Then the following day, you drink your entulire. When you see the clotting of it, it has the honey wax. It means they have been added honey. We added honey. That's why you see something like honey clotting on the top. So this local brew is really respected by the Bachiga. Like if you have a party, wedding parties, beer parties, birthday parties for the Bachiga, and you don't have entulire with you in the party, or you don't have local porridge, local bushela with you in the party, it means you won't have very many people attending your party. And if you have them, they go home complaining because you didn't bring entulire with you, and you don't have entulire with you in your party. So this is the local brew for the Bachiga. It is respected in the Bachiga, and the Bachiga are very strong because of this brew, entulire. So it is served from wooden cups, as you see. This is the wooden cup. The reason why they chose wooden cups, these are free from any rust. So it means they are healthy for drinking. You don't be scared. You are not scared of having a cancer. These cups, plastic cups or metallic cups, they really really lead to cancer. So this one, maybe if you take, let's say, a shaving of the wood, still maybe it can not be hazardous in your body like the plastic or the metallic. That's why we use the wooden cups, and we are proud of it. This is the pride of the Bachiga. Any one of you want to visit Bunyonyi, I recommend Hawk's Eye Lodge. It is over there where you're seeing me pointing, with wooden cottages and a tall wooden building, as you can see, and the lower cottages, you can see them. It has the greatest view of the lake. It is the only lodge at Lake Bunyonyi with the great view of the lake. In case you want to see the lake from a hill, you need Hawk's Eye. That is the only lodge that has the view of Lake Bunyonyi. And another thing, it is at a position that when you are at Hawk's Eye, it is easy for you to see the activities that is happening on Lake Bunyonyi. For example, you see canoes crossing, you see boats crossing. So it becomes so amazing that when you are at Lake Bunyonyi, still you can be able to enjoy the activities that are on the lake. The lodge offers different services. It has accommodation for both of you, the singles. If you want a double, if you want a triple, if you want a family cottage, if you are in honeymoon, you want something special for you, Hawk's Eye Lodge is there for you to give you the best. They have the best food. They have everything that will really make your trip one of the best. And of course, at Hawk's Eye, they have the boats, one of the best boats on the Lake Bunyonyi. In case you want to do boating, rather a boat cruise, you can do a boat with Hawk's Eye. They have the best boats. They have canoes, like you see those people crossing, and you want to do the same. You really need to stay at Hawk's Eye. They organize for you canoe. They have different canoes. They have many canoes for you. They have boats. You can do boat with them. And a lot of stuff with Hawk's Eye. So I recommend Hawk's Eye because of the view, because of the facilities they have for the children. In case you have children, really they have a good playground for the children. They have a lot of stuff they can use for playing. And of course, not forgetting welcoming staff and quality services. So here to get services, let's say you are going for the shop, you have to cross. That's why everyone here, even the younger children, are taught how to do canoeing, so that their parents, if they send them to go and buy, let's say, salt or soap or something to eat from the shop, they have to cross water from the shops over there near the landing site, Lutinda landing site. So they learn how to do canoeing when they are still young, so that parents cannot be the one to always go and buy those stuff from there. So that's why you see the young children doing it. That is the training by their father, by their parents when they are still young.
I hope you had a very nice time with Mr. Ambrose, and finally we are coming to the end of our show. I hope we learned different things about Lake Bunyonyi. I personally learned about a punishment island, which is a Campena island where girls were thrown. I hope you also had that one thing you at least kept to know about Lake Bunyonyi. Take time off during the Easter holiday on a weekend and go to visit the southwestern region of Uganda, Kigezi region, the sweetest land of Africa. It's been Tourism in Uganda show every Sunday on BTM TV, 7 to 8 p.m. Leona Naturinda, your host. Until next time, bye-bye.